classic bodybuilding workouts. On this episode, I'm put through a leg workout by 2014 WFF Mr. Australia Marcus Tripp. Now let me tell you, we did this workout on a Wednesday and my legs were still sore on Sunday. So he's got some great advice. Let's get straight into it. So you had me warm up doing the leg extensions and the leg curl?
Yeah, that's just something I like to do. It's just to get blood in all the muscles around the leg, just to help knee stability and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And just prepare the body for sort of what's to come.
Yeah. So you had me doing about 3 sets on each.
Yeah.
And we went straight into leg extension.
Yeah, and we did, normally we do a drop set.
Yeah.
So just trying to use, just trying to pre-exhaust the legs as much as possible, just wear them out before any of the sort of squatting or leg pressing. Just get a lot of blood in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nothing too heavy, but just...
And you were making sure I had my butt in the seat, dug into the back of the seat.
Yeah, so that's just to give you more range of motion. So if you lift your butt out of the seat, you're shortening the range of motion, so you want to have that anchored, so then you're stretching the legs or flexing the legs right out.
And then when I lifted my legs up, you were making sure that I flexed all the way to the top.
Yeah.
So I started out just bringing them up, not all the way.
Yeah, so what happens is if you're not bringing them all the way to the top, you're not hitting the upper sort of quads. Yeah. So you're only really getting a little bit on the lower end of the quads. So getting that full stretch at the top, you should be thinking about bringing the muscle, like sort of getting the muscle ripple all the way up to the top of your hips.
Yeah, are you meant to be focusing on any area of the leg, or it's just the whole leg workout?
Just the whole leg. So at the start, it's kind of like down where the knee is, and then as you're coming up, you're sort of shortening the muscle all the way down. So you're trying to get a full contraction in the muscle, rather than if you lift your hips out, you're not going to get that full contraction. Yeah, so that's why you keep the bum down.
Okay.
I like to keep the weight fairly light. Leg extensions can be pretty hard on the knees, and any sort of instability when you're trying to perform the rep is gonna damage your knees. So you want to keep the weight controllable. So
keep the weight low, focus on your form.
Yeah.
And then to increase the reps to get that exhaustion.
Yeah, because you're really just looking to get blood in the muscle. Okay. Just as much trying to fill it up. You're not going to get big legs from this, but you're just going to get a lot of blood.
So you're just looking to exhaust the muscle before you move to other exercises. So the next thing we move to is leg press.
Yep.
Now so you do about 3 sets?
Yeah, can go as many as 5 or 6, just depends on your energy levels sort of thing. Yeah. But this is what I like to call a bread and butter exercise. So normally it's either leg press or squats, but I'm not a very big fan of squats for building quads. It just doesn't sort of suit my build. A lot of guys with sort of stockier physiques, they find squats more beneficial, where I always found leg press I can really sort of smash the quads pretty hard.
Yeah.
And you can sort of go to failure as well with squats. It's fairly dangerous, but leg press you can sort of there's a lot less risk.
And you were spotting me there as well. Which is look that up.
Yeah.
So again, you had me dig my butt into the seat.
Yeah.
And I actually started with my feet a little bit lower. You said put them higher up on the plate.
Yeah. That just on that machine in particular, you need your feet a little bit higher just to sort of take any strain off the knees.
Yeah, and I had my feet kind of narrow, and you said move them out a bit.
Yeah, that's just to get a little bit more range and just to hit more of the abductors just in the inside of your quad.
Okay. So when you're bringing your legs down, you're looking to push up with your heels?
Yeah, so your focus should be the weight on your heels, but in your mind you're thinking about that muscle sort of tearing as you come down, all the quad sort of muscles. Your mind should be in there thinking about how they're sort of being ripped apart, sort of thing.
So when you're on the negative, you're looking to the inside
Yeah, it's all quad, but mostly the inside. That's where you're going to get your most power from.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's where I like to sort of focus.
Yep.
Yeah, and then once you've sort of exhausted the positive phase, then you can get that spot, and then just keep working on lowering it slowly and under control, and you're going to keep breaking down more fibers.
Yeah. And towards the end there, like on the, so we did a few drop sets.
Yep.
And then you had me kind of count down.
Yeah, that was just to really smash the muscle and just fatigue it as much as possible.
Yeah. So you pretty much want to.
Yeah. So you're pretty much cooked in the positive phase. You weren't going to get many more reps out, but we just want to, sort of finish them off.
Yeah. So basically, you want to keep dropping the weight.
Yeah.
As far as you can go to exhaust the muscle as much as you could.
Because you're still going to have control over the lighter sort of weight. So
we did this on Wednesday, and I still had pain on Sunday.
that's good. That means a lot.
You want to say anything else about leg press?
Not really. Just with keeping the bum sort of in the seat. Just you don't want to sort of lift any. You don't want to come down too low where you're sort of butts lifting and rounding off the bench, because it just puts pressure on your
What
back.
about when you're bringing your knees back or your legs back? How far? You don't want to go too far? Or
It's pretty much wherever you're comfortable. It depends on the machine. You just don't want that bum to come off and start rounding. That's when you know that you're in the sort of danger zone.
Okay. So then we moved to hack squat. I think we did about 3 sets on this. So you don't want to go too heavy.
Yeah. Again, you want to have control over the weight and not letting the weight sort of control you sort of thing.
Yeah.
You can always adjust your rep tempo, which is going to give you more intensity rather than just loading up the sort of plates and just throwing the weight.
Yeah. So what part of the legs are you looking to isolate?
You pretty much hit everything on the leg press, but now we're just focusing, trying to focus as much as possible just on the quads. This is what I like to call a quad isolated squat. So you can either do leg hack squat, Smith machine squat, or like a pendulum squat, where it's all sort of where your butt isn't sort of going back like it would in a squat. It's sort of staying in the same plane, and you're just getting a stretch as you come down. You're getting that stretch on your quads, and then back to the top.
And with the hack squat, you're pushing with the outside of the front of your feet.
Yeah, that normally feels better. You can sort of change it around, but it's a little bit safer to have your legs a little bit wider apart and sort of focus on that outside of the quad.
Yeah, and you don't want to go all the way down. You want to kind of bring it to a 90 degree.
It depends how flexible you are. Like if you're very flexible, you can go all the way down to the bottom. But for me, in particular, my knees are not the best. So I find when I get to a certain point where my knees start to feel a bit unstable.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the depth that I try to stick to.
Okay.
So for me, it's just a little bit below 90.
Yeah.
So again, we're going to use the 5 seconds down eccentric.
Yep.
Just to really smash the quads. Once you were sort of, you couldn't perform a positive rep under control anymore, then you start to sort of do the negatives, and I spot you to the top.
Yep.
And then you go and try and get it.
So all your leg workouts kind of based around the same, like 3 exercises for quads, leg extension, leg press, and then a hack squat or
those are the ones that I like. You can either miss, you can do the Smith machine squat or the pendulum squat, or a few others.
And would you bother supersetting at all?
Yeah, if you want to create more intensity, supersets are always good. I like to sometimes do the hack squat with the leg extension, so you exhaust the quads on the leg extension and just try and finish them off the best you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes even probably the toughest superset of all would be the squats and leg press superset.
Yeah. Then we move to lunges, and we're just using a lightweight. Why'd you get me to do lunges?
I always like to throw in a unilateral movement in every ex, like say for if you're training arms or back, something where it's one-legged or one-armed, just to sort of work isolate that one leg or that sort of thing, and it also hits the glutes really well.
Yeah, okay.
So
is that because you might have a weaker side and you want to kind of build up both?
Yeah, because you're going to develop instabilities over years of training, and that's where you're going to get injuries. So
and you could tell my hip was kind of going out.
Yeah, one side's always weaker than the other, so that's why it's good to always try and throw in a walking lunge.
Yep.
Trying to get that full hip extension.
Yeah.
Sort of stretch at the bottom.
And why do you go lightweight? Like, it's not a good idea to go heavy, or?
You just want to be in control of the weight. You don't really need a lot of weight.
Yeah.
With this, you can go heavy, but as long as you've got control, then you should be fine.
Okay.
Just the main thing with the leg curl is trying to keep the hips and quads on the pad.
Yeah.
That's just going to give you a much longer range of motion. If you start to lift your hips, you're not getting that full contraction of the hands.
You don't want your butt lifting off the...
Yeah, because then you're not really, you're throwing the weight onto different muscles and that sort of thing. So you're using a lot more lower back and that sort of thing. So you want strong hamstrings for good knee stability.
Okay.
That's very important. So.
And how many reps would you do? Or aim for?
On your last set, probably 10 to 12 is a good rep range. Yeah. So if you're struggling by your 10th rep, like really struggling to get it up, that's a good sign. That's a good weight for you.
Yeah. Okay. So at the end, you have you doing straight legs with some dumbbells?
Yeah. Straight legs is just a good way to sort of stretch the hamstrings out. And that sort of, it hits a little bit towards the top end of the hamstring as well, where it sort of ties into the glute. So as you come up, so you want to go down, get a good stretch, and under control, bring the weight up and try and feel it through your hamstrings.
So how important is to get the kind of your butt and your back, like your form, correct when you're doing this?
Well,
you don't want to be punching over.
Yeah, you don't want to have any sort of bring your sort of lower back too much into it. So you just want to try and feel the weight on the hamstrings the whole time.
Yeah.
And you don't want fully straight knees, but just slightly softly bent sort of knees, and then just try and focus on the hamstrings as much as possible. Just get a good stretch.
Yeah.
Get more blood in there.
And again, not overly heavy weight.
No, not really.
Light to medium weight and plenty of reps.
You can also do this one-legged as well. That's a very good way, just to isolate it even more.
So how would you do it one-legged? Just have a leg resting on a bench or something? Or?
Yeah, you can, or you can just sort of stretch it, kick it out, kick the other leg out the back. And it's a tough exercise. You won't be using much weight, but it's really good for sort of knee stability.
Okay. So I just finished off with a bit of carbs. Like you said, it wasn't necessary, but
yeah, I like to throw the carbs in on leg day. It depends if you've got weak carbs, or if you've got weak carbs, you probably want to focus on another day because your energy levels are going to be not too good after all.
Yeah, I could hardly walk by the stage. So.
But there is sort of blood in that area, so you may as well if you've got a bit left in the tank.
Do you have any tips on carbs? Should you be pumping the weight up? Or?
Just to have control as always, and just try and get a full contraction at the top and a full stretch at the bottom. Again, like it's going to depend on your ankle flexibility and all that sort of thing. So.
Yeah. Anything you would like to say to finish off leg workouts?
No, that's it. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Just don't overcomplicate things and just work hard.
And don't always go too heavy.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem people make is letting their ego and thinking about the weight too much and not thinking about what they're doing and what's happening.
What about mixing the workout up week to week?
That's just, you can, it's more just to keep things fresh.
Yeah, okay.
And just always change it a little bit, but always stick to the basics.
Okay.